Alright, so it's looking real scary out here. I'm getting my steps in before work. So I'm gonna just record so you know. If anything happened, that shit on camera. So but I think in today's quick topic, I wanna get into this I wanna say obstacle. We're gonna say obstacle. I'm gonna get into this obstacle of weight plateaus. Cause I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like I have legit been losing weight for 14 years now. And I figured out the cheat code to like these weight plateaus. And I think what we really need to understand is our body is our body is a complex mechanism where it understands its environment. Because it adapts to most things that we do to trick the body. And I really want people to understand that your body been evolving, like your genetics been evolving for almost millions of years. So your body adapts to almost literally any fucking thing you throw at it for weeks on end. And I think the truth is, I've been losing some weight since January because, I've been bulking, been trying to get my weight up. Tired of people calling me some skinny ass, frail ass man. So I'm like, you know what? Forget this, I'm bulking. So I bulked for 3-4 months, got up to 216. And then one day I took a video and I'm like, yo, I dead don't like how I look. Don't get me wrong, I saw some massive gains in the gym. I'm not even gonna hold you. I saw some tremendous, bro. I was so fucking strong to a point where I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm taking roids for some weird reason. So I got hella strong and I was like, you know what? Let me cut down. Because me, it's I know how to bulk, and to me, it's cutting is very easy because it's I know what I gotta do. Just eat less, move more, count your calories. Simple. So by the end of January, I was 216. I was probably even heavier than that. I was probably 220. So I was like, you know what? Let me cut down to 185. That's 35 pounds of straight fat. So I'll say prior to then, I'll say right now, last time I checked my weight was 2 days ago, and I was 188. So I'm 3 pounds from my goal. And I think now that I lost almost 32 pounds, I'm really sitting here thinking to myself okay, now that I lost 32 pounds, now is the time where I don't keep myself in a deep deficit. Now is when I just up my protein. Because I need y'all to understand this. Your body is a complex mechanism. It knows when your body is starving. Your body knows when it's starving. And the thing is, you may like the fact that you're losing weight. You may like the fact that you're looking lean up. But guess what? Your body doesn't like that shit. If anything, your body despises you for that shit. So guess what it's going to do? It's going to prioritize fat. And it's going to minimize the muscle gain. And we don't want that. The last thing we want to do is your body to prioritize fat and to minimize muscle gain. So guess what's going to happen now? Now you're going to then you reach a point where you loosen some weight, you see some gains, you're staying on track, and then you realize okay, the scale not going down. The scale not going down, and my body just plateaued. What do I do now? And the truth of the matter is, and this is something even I realized a few times doing this, I realized your body is prioritizing fat overall. So, and then what happens is your metabolism slows down. Because as you keep going into a deficit and as you keep exercising, your body adapts to these things. Your body adapts to the deficit. Your body adapts to all the exercise that you do. So when this happens, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to up the protein. Up that shit to a point where it's 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. Now I'm gonna give an example of this. In my last video, I found out that I'm 188 pounds, almost 16 to 18% body fat. And I basically have 32 pounds. I basically have 32 pounds of fat and 155 pounds of lean body mass. So that basically means that 1.2 grams of 155 lean body mass, that means I gotta eat at least 180 grams of, matter of fact, let's just say I have to at least eat 188 grams of protein. At least. So that means that I gotta up my protein, and preferably I gotta up my NEAT. Now, what do I mean by NEAT? NEAT is a specific term that in the fitness industry we call non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Now, here's something I want to tell y'all. While your body adapts to all these exercises, it's not going to prioritize fat loss any fucking more. Well, not I won't say anymore, but like at a very slow rate. So what you want to do is, I need y'all to understand this. Just because you're running on the treadmill, just because you're doing the Stairmaster, just because you're doing all these high intensity workouts that got your fucking heart pumping blood, that got you over there gasping for air, I really need y'all to understand that your body adapts to that, and it's not going to prioritize fat loss. It's going to prioritize glycogen storage, or at least it's going to prioritize, like, you know, the carbs that you eat. If you're keto, it might be a little different. But I would still say, like, your body adapts to keto too. You know, your body adapts to those ketones or the other good stuff. So what you want to do is, this is why I'm getting my steps in right now, because I really do think that once you start getting into, like, you know, the zone cardio, and you start understanding, like, okay, zone 1 to zone 5, you're gonna start to realize that zone 1, 2, and 3 cardio is gonna prioritize more fat loss than zone 4 or 5, maybe even 3 too. So I'll say stick to zone 1 and 2 cardio, because I really need y'all to understand this. Like, when you do these high intensity workouts and you do all this intense cardio, your body's going to adapt to that. But here's the caveat. If you get your steps in and you keep increasing your steps over time and you increase your protein, your body's going to prioritize fat loss. And if your protein intake is at least 1 gram, or at least 1.2 grams per pound of body weight, I guarantee you your body's going to prioritize lean body mass and cut the fat. And I really want y'all to try this, because I'm telling y'all right now, I don't have the best genetics. I generally don't. But I do understand a little thing about losing weight. And I really want y'all to try this. It's like, if your weight plateaus, I really want y'all to, like, you know, up your protein. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. If you're 200 pounds, get at least 220 grams of protein. If you're like 150 pounds, what's 1.2? I'll probably say like 3, 6, 9, 12. I'll say get at least like 160, 170 grams of protein. Maybe 150 if you can. And I really want y'all to track your calories. This is very important. If you ain't tracking, you slacking. I need you to get at least 150. I need you at least to get 1 gram or 1.2 grams per pound of lean body mass. And this is actually going to help you lose that fat. Because if you up your protein, your body's going to prioritize the protein in your body, because your body needs protein to prioritize your muscle. And if you increase your NEAT, if you do like low intensity cardio, where it's like it elevates your heart rate a little bit, but not too much, your body's gonna prioritize fat. And this is why they say, like, getting your steps in is a cheat code. And don't get me wrong, I think I realized this like almost 2-3 years ago. 2-3 years ago, like, I was doing some cardio, and I realized, like, what happened? Like, I realized that, like, okay, like, there was a time where I wasn't doing keto, because I generally can't do keto. It's too difficult for me, because I just love carbs. I hate to say it. But it was more like a Mediterranean diet. It was like I was eating a lot of, like, you know, lean meat, lean fish, you know, a lot of vegetables. I was eating fruit, but I was eating like a lot of blueberries, you know. I wasn't going like the too sugary, like, you know, fruits. I was doing a lot of blueberries, you know, a lot of raspberries, strawberries, nothing too crazy. But at that time, I realized, like, okay, like, why am I losing weight so much better now than I used to, like, at any other point in my life? And guess what? I realized that I just upped my protein. I was just eating a lot of protein, like hell of a lot. I was eating protein like with every single meal, at least like 50, 60 grams of protein every single meal. I was so unaware of this. And then, I ain't gonna lie, at that time, I did not have a car. I got rid of my car, gave it back to my sister, and I was just, like, you know, walking everywhere. Bro, if I can, I could show y'all the stats where it's like, bro, like, I was averaging like at least 17,000 steps a day. Nah, I'll say like 14 to 17,000. And when I used to look back at the data, I really sat there and thought to myself, like, okay, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense why I lost weight, because at that time, like y'all, right now, y'all probably like, in a deep deficit. You're lowering, you're doing all this intense cardio, and let's believe, your body will adapt to a point where it does not prioritize fat loss no more. But if you was like me in 2022, where your protein was high, you was like in a minor deficit, and you was just walking a shit ton, your body's just going to prioritize fat loss. It has no choice but to, So I really want to leave y'all with that. If you don't believe me, try this shit yourself. Give me some feedback. If it doesn't work for you, talk some shit in my comments, because I best believe if you try this for at least 2 weeks, if you're at a plateau right now, try it for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks, up your protein, increase your protein, like, have a cheat day where it's like, that's another thing too. If you're gonna have like a cheat day or a cheat meal to like, because you just like, you're in a deep deficit where it's like you're just plateaued, make sure the cheat meal is like high in protein, like hella high. I believe in cheat meals and cheat days, but just keep the protein high. And I really want y'all to keep that in mind. I'll be cheating on y'all meals with like fucking ice cream and like, donuts. Like, don't do that. Me, when I cheat on my diet, I'm eating steak. I'm eating salmon, Like me, I went over my maintenance calories today, like by over 200 calories. And I think like, what I ate? Bro, I had some anabolic lasagna. So to me, I had some ground beef with some fat-free cheese and some keto bread. That was my cheat meal. And I really sat there and thought to myself, like, bro, this is hella protein. That was basically my cheat meal, because I was just lethargic. So I'm getting out of breath, about to go to my job. Thank you for staying with me. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all.